Fortunately, the rain has stopped, but the recovery is just beginning. The Knoxville Fire Department went out to assess some of the problem areas and the damage we've seen that rainwater cause. 10 News reporter Sean Franklin was out with that team to find out just how this process works.
This is the kind of damage that a lot of businesses across East Tennessee are facing right now from the flood, including here in East Knoxville at New Farmers Transportation. Knoxville hasn't gotten rid of all the water just yet. The Knoxville Fire Department wants to change that quickly.
So this building is part of your business too?
Right. Firefighter John Tillett's out assessing damage at New Farmers Transportation in East Knoxville.
It's gone down maybe 6 inches.
The water caused damage to multiple trucks and docks at the business.
Big thing is you don't have access. This company has no access to get into these trailers.
New Farmers was one of at least 174 businesses and more than 600 homes in the county affected by the flooding. Tillett is trying to generally figure out how bad the damage is and send the information to the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency.
That will be documented, and then that's sent to Nashville, to TEMA, and then they'll assess from there to see how much damage was done. And all the other counties are doing the same thing.
Knoxville Fire Department spokesman DJ Corcoran says if the damage cost exceeds $1.6 million in the county and $9 million across the state, FEMA will consider reimbursing 75% of the cost to the county. FEMA could decide to pay homeowners back as well.
Any amount, it's pennies make nickels and nickels make dimes and so forth. So any little bit of damage, we recommend that they call 311, and then we can take those totals and then add that to the overall total.
Corcoran says he hopes Knoxville will be able to bounce back from this flooding, just as Nashville did very quickly in 2010. We'll send it back to you.
Sean, thank you. If you live in Knox County, officials do want you to call 311 to let first responders know about the damage in your home or business.